Today we're looking at a relic of the past, a film that never really came to fruition, it only existed inside of a film, actually. We're looking at Carson Clay's Playback Time. Carson Clay film by Carson Clay Production. I mean, it's really a travesty that Mr. Bean had to go up and mess with the tape and ruin his premiere because it seems like a subpar movie, but I think we should take another look back at it. I think we should give it some credit for the time it was in because if I remember correctly, it has a lot of themes similar to some successful movies at that time. You can never go wrong with Willem Dafoe. Willem Dafoe plays Carson Clay, but for the sake of this, let's take him seriously. Let's see what he's going for, and I think he might be surprised by it. It's awesome. Well, the people are just shifting in their seats. Sit down. He's proud of his project. Yep. They did time inversion before Tenet, many, many years before Tenet. So Christopher Nolan playing catch up, actually.
What is life?
Slowed it down.
Teardrop in the eye of infinity. Together we lived, we laughed, we loved. But you left me.
Unironically, the best use of that phrase I've ever heard. You know, you see it on bumper stickers. You see it everywhere, but cool movies. I'll put it that way. Coffee shops, everywhere that's just cheesy. Slap it somewhere. That phrase is so overused beyond. But I'm rambling. But I think you actually put it pretty well.
And now, I walk this wilderness alone. What use is a cop with a broken heart? Without you, I am nothing. 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 The Romans lit fires in the skulls of their dead so they might forget their past.
Okay, it reminds me a
Wherever
little bit
I
of
look, I'm reminded our
the
relationship.
film Black Rain with Michael Douglas. It's got a
He's
little
dead.
bit of that in it. And some Matrix. The outfits they got on, you know.
Nothing.
The rock is making a drop. Bop.
Let's do it.
Reminds me of the Bourne movies a lot. You know, the sort of shaky cam, like blurry, motion blur, blue tint. I mean, it's got a lot of aspects from some solid films. Definitely fits in the 2000s.
It's winter now, and the seeds of love lie deep within me.
That's a
Will
great line
spring
right there.
ever come?
The seeds of love
I
lie
thought
deep
by
within me.
now I'd
I
have
mean,
met another, but
powerful stuff right there.
it was not to be. The fires of our love have burnt out, and now there is nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing but a sky black with ashes.
Sounds like Ultron.
You take away my world, I take away yours.
I long to forget you, your kisses like soft fruit.
That's really all we got before it was ruined by Mr. Bean. It's a shame, sort of an introspective crime thriller heist type movie. Kind of reminds me of, you know, Sin City a little bit. Everyone has their own narration, but instead it's just him sort of dealing with complicated love situation and also on a crime scene. Plot from 80s crime movie, but with the camera work of the early 2000s. So I honestly I really want to see a full version of this movie. You know, it's meant to be sort of a joke in the film itself, but I mean, I know there's a secret crowd out there, there's a secret audience that really wants to see this film come to light. Playback Time by Carson Clay. It might not win some awards, but it would surely be a cult classic. That's the way that things go. Plenty of undeserving movies that get greenlit. Plenty of movies that you want to see happen get shut down. So, in a modern setting, who would direct Playback Time and who would star in it? So, for the director, I'm going to go with Michael Mann. You know, he did Collateral, he did Heat. Kind of that dreary crime thrillers that have these characters with these internal problems. His films, especially Collateral, kind of look like, had that documentary sort of feel that Playback Time had. I think for starring it, you want someone who's younger than Defoe right now, but not exactly a young hotshot. I'm gonna go with Keanu Reeves. I think he's got that sort of mysterious edge to him. I think he's built up his reputation enough. He can still play the cool protagonist. If they're doing time inversion, they're messing with rewinding playback time. You gotta go with Ludwig on the soundtrack. Did Tenet, did Oppenheimer. I think he's real good mixing with those kind of themes. So let me know who you would choose for yours.